Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for this Wednesday. 2 men are in jail in connection to a gambling operation here in Richmond. Plus, Kentucky states celebrate 100 years. And as an Estill County man is in jail on child pornography charges, we're going to take a look at that, plus a look at the weather with Sam and your sports report with Michael Watkins. That is all coming up here today at Live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, 2 men were arrested last night in connection to an alleged gambling operation inside a Richmond business. 46-year-old Mahesh Kumar Patel and 32-year-old Kiran Kumar Patel were arrested after a large police presence converged on 717 Big Hill Avenue last night around 7:30. This is the location of the Richmond Smoke and Tobacco Shop. Police say they were acting on a tip from a patron who claimed he had won $12,000 playing slot machines over the summer in the area. The man went on to say he lost $2,500 in the machines on Monday, left and came back with another $1,000, but was denied entry to the locked area where the machines were kept. That's when he reported that business to authorities. When police responded, they found a door in the back marked employees only, but when they made entry, several gambling machines were reportedly found. 3 people were still playing those machines. Officers say one machine had a payout of a nearly $8,500 jackpot clearly posted. One subject actually added another $20 bill to the machine as officers were standing there. That's according to officers on the scene. Police obtained a search warrant and seized 7 gambling machines and nearly $9,000 in cash. Police say they found at least 10 payout receipts from the machines. Both men were charged with promoting gambling, first degree, and operation of a sham or front company. Kiran Kumar Patel was also charged with tampering with physical evidence and possession of a gambling device. Both men were taken to the Madison County Detention Center last night and processed. This is a developing story. Of course, we'll have more information as it becomes available. Richmond police arrested a man early Saturday morning following a domestic violence incident. According to the arrest citation, officers were dispatched at around 1:30 a.m. to an area of Gibson Lane and Arts Drive in response to a 911 hang-up call. Reportedly, police dispatch has a history with a number from an apartment at Gibson Lane. At the scene, officers observed while walking through the apartment complex a woman peek out of an apartment before closing the door. The officers continued a search of the area and later saw that same woman who had cuts, bruises, and a bleeding lip come out of the apartment. They made contact with that woman who informed police that her boyfriend, Fernando Cruz, whom she lives with, had assaulted her and strangled her several times. Medical assistance was requested, but when they arrived, she denied assistance. Cruz was apprehended and taken to the Richmond Police Department. According to the citation, Cruz told police that he and the victim had a good day and were spending the evening together. At around 12:30, when Cruz was playing a video game online with a friend, the victim mentioned he had accidentally fallen into her earlier after drinking too much. Cruz, according to the citation, stopped playing and began to assault and strangle her, saying he didn't care if he killed her. He stopped when she called 911. When dispatch called back later, she said everything was fine. After the phone call, Cruz, the citation states, began berating her and again assaulted, strangled, and threatened her. She again called 911. He stopped and hung up the call. Officers later observed further injuries on the victim, who informed police of 2 other incidents of physical abuse over the past several months. Cruz was arrested and charged with first-degree strangulation, fourth-degree dating violence, first-degree unlawful imprisonment, and third-degree terroristic threatening, and lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. Both Cruz and the victim were served with an emergency protective order. On November 24th, according to another police citation, Cruz violated the order by attempting to call and email the victim from the detention center. Cruz was given an additional charge for violating a Kentucky EPO DVO. Well, on to some good news. Earlier today, the Natural Bridge State Park Resort Park, Governor Andy Beshear announced the official Kentucky State Park's 100th anniversary craft beer. According to Beshear, 5% of the sales of the drink will be put toward future improvements at Kentucky State Parks systems, which consists of 44 parks. The special edition lager is the product of a partnership between Kentucky State Parks and Louisville-based Against the Grain Brewery, and will be available for purchase in 4-packs of 16-ounce cans at select parks statewide. In central Kentucky, customers will be able to purchase the craft beer at Fort Boonesborough State Park in Madison County, Old Fort Herod State Park in Mercer County, General Burnside State Park in Pulaski County, and Natural Bridge State Park Resort in Powell County. Against the Grain Brewery in Louisville and the Kentucky Horse Park in Lexington will also sell the anniversary lager. Sales of the beer will begin at participating parks and retailers in mid-December, and prices may vary based on the retailer. Well, good news for Kentuckians today that have experienced loss due to recent major disasters in the state. Today, outgoing President Joe Biden declared that a major disaster exists in Kentucky. As a result, President Biden ordered federal assistance to supplement recovery efforts. This is locally in eastern Kentucky as well as statewide following the damage left behind by the remnants of Hurricane Helene. Federal funding will be available to eligible local governments and certain private nonprofit organizations. This will be a cost-sharing basis for emergency work and repair or replacement of facilities damaged by the remnants of the hurricane. This includes many counties in our viewing area, including Bell, Breathitt, Clay, Elliott, Estill, Harlan, Jackson, Johnson, Lawrence, Lee, Letcher, Magoffin, Menifee, Morgan, Owsley, Powell, Rockcastle, Rowan, and Wolfe counties. In a press release, it said federal funding will also be available on a cost-sharing basis for hazard mitigation measures for the entire state of Kentucky. Well, Kentucky State Police have arrested an Estill County man, 31-year-old Sean Michael Toomey, in connection to an investigation involving child sexual abuse material. The arrest occurred on November the 25th at a residence in Ravenna following an undercover Internet Crimes Against Children operation. Authorities say Toomey was discovered sharing child exploitation images online, which led to a search warrant being executed at the home. Police seized equipment believed to have been used in the crimes, which is now being examined in KSP's forensic laboratory. Toomey faces several charges, including failure to comply with sex offender registration, tampering with physical evidence, and distribution of possession of material depicting minors in sexual performances. Some charges involve victims under 12 years old. These crimes are classified as Class C and Class D felonies, carrying potential prison sentences ranging from 1 to 10 years. Toomey is currently being held at the Estill County Detention Center as this investigation continues. With that, we're going to take a quick break. We've got weather coming up. Sam in the Weather Center following this quick break.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer
and Gus and Petey
from Hicks and Punson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nerdad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. We're going to take a look ahead at the forecast with the Thanksgiving Day forecast tomorrow. Here is Sam in the Weather Center.
Hi, thank you, and welcome everyone. Hopefully have a very lovely Thanksgiving coming up here. Got some clouds out, a few showers. This is temperature profile just to show you the cold air coming in. So this is as we head on into our Thanksgiving. And by Thursday night, we'll be in this purple air mass. That's even colder. And this pink here by Friday night. So you see that Arctic blast moves in. And then Saturday night hangs around. So that's all the cold air coming out of Canada. Now, it actually originates up in Hudson Bay. But in order to dislodge that westward and come down across us, we have a little area of low pressure moving, and that's going to facilitate that. Overnight tonight, chance at a couple showers ending by tomorrow morning. You could have a little drizzle out there. It may slow things down. It's simply going to lead to some overcast skies here for the day Thursday. It'll be cool, and so a little dreary. But we'll have plenty of cheer in our glasses and the company. Looking at the forecast, this is that system down to our southwest, just kind of coming together. By tomorrow, it begins to slide up into the northeast, and it's moving into this other upper low over Hudson Bay, which dislodges, so it brings in some warmer air out of the Atlantic. It dislodges little chunks of Arctic air, and they start coming down out of the northwest. And so that's what we'll be contending with here for the foreseeable future. Within that flow, there could be some minor disturbances. For example, we may have a few flakes of snow moving in, maybe by Sunday, Monday timeframe, but there's high level uncertainty with those. In the meantime, there's the cloud cover, clearing Friday, cold temperatures, maybe picking up around 1/4 inch of rainfall here tonight. So bottom line is, bundle up. Overnight low is going to dip into the teens Friday night. Very cold through Tuesday, a small bump in temps on Wednesday.
Thanks, Sam. You can take a look at that full forecast up anytime at WBONTV.com. The Lexington Police Department is asking for the public's help in locating a robbery suspect November 7th. According to officials, police were dispatched to the 800 block of East High around 10:30 a.m. in response to a robbery. The complaint alleged authorities say that the suspect implied he had a gun while keeping a hand in his pocket and then unlawfully removed merchandise from that store. Reportedly, the alleged suspect fled the scene following the robbery in a tan or gold-colored Toyota Highlander that was damaged on the front driver's side. Police ask that if you have any information regarding the crime, that you submit an anonymous tip to the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. You can call 859-252-2020, or you can go through their website at bluegrasscrimestoppers.com. Scott County man Austin Brooks has been arrested after allegedly driving his pickup truck recklessly with 2 juveniles in the bed of that truck, leading to a serious accident. According to reports, Brooks was intoxicated and driving at a high rate of speed when the 2 juveniles jumped out of the moving truck to avoid being taken onto the interstate. One of the juveniles suffered a serious head injury and is currently in a coma. Brooks faces charges of wanton endangerment, endangering the welfare of a minor, and leaving the scene of an accident. Well, in a follow-up to a story we brought you here, an Estill County High School assistant coach, 22-year-old Samuel Beeler, who was arrested earlier this month on rape charges, was arraigned in court today. According to Kentucky State Police, Beeler is accused of having inappropriate relationships with 2 students. The Estill County Board of Education has initiated his termination. That was following his arrest. That is an ongoing story. We'll keep you updated with more information as it becomes available. A Martin County man has been arrested after allegedly assaulting and kidnapping a woman. Joe Evans, 51, of Inez, was charged with a second-degree assault and prescription drug violations. The incident occurred on Sunday when Evans allegedly held that victim against her will and assaulted her. According to police reports, Evans dragged the victim down Kentucky Highway 114 before forcing her out of the vehicle. The victim sustained injuries, including a knife wound to the cheek. Evans was apprehended by police and the case remains under investigation. Well, Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman announced in a press release that a lawsuit has been filed against OptumRx. OptumRx and its affiliates are the most recent additions to the list of companies allegedly responsible for the ongoing opioid crisis. According to the release, OptumRx and its affiliates are pharmacies benefiting managers that contracts with opioid manufacturers, the pharmacies that dispense the drug, and third-party payers who pay for the drugs. The suit states that the distributor plays a central role in the promotion, dispensing, and oversupply of opioids. OptumRx, according to the release, is in control of a network of pharmacies comprising approximately 67,000 retail locations nationwide. The defendants, the lawsuit stated, have hidden their conduct through non-transparent business practices and by requiring each entity with whom they conduct business, such as opioid manufacturers, to enter into confidentiality agreements or otherwise keep their agreements confidential. No state has been harder hit by the drug crisis than Kentucky, said Coleman in a press release. Last year alone, nearly 2,000 Kentuckians died of a drug overdose. These groups pushed a profit-fueled agenda at the expense of Kentucky families who are left with empty seats at the dinner table. Our office will continue to hold those behind the drug crisis accountable for their devastating actions. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Michael Watkins up next with your latest sports report right here live at 5.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstillCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our lineup of dependable trucks and become part of the winning tradition.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com. Welcome back. In today's Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, we look back at more from the sports show from Monday night and hear more about one local football team that did a big thing last weekend. Here's Michael Watkins.
The Madison County Packers have solidified themselves as one of the premier youth football teams in the state. This weekend, the team won the Academy Sports Battle in Rocky Top Bronze National Championship, a tournament that featured over 300 teams from all over the U.S., and the Packers defeated teams from Tennessee and North Carolina before facing Christian Brothers School Falcons out of New Orleans. And the team came from behind to defeat them and win the title.
It's kind of an instant classic sort of game. To take you through it real quick, they came out of the gate, fire and scored on like the second play of the game. Second quarter, we were down 10.
Oh, wow.
Then we went on a 22-point run to
how long are the quarters that you guys play?
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Okay,
yes.
okay. So you played 4 10-minute quarters,
Yeah,
right?
4
okay.
10-minute quarters. It's kind of a modified running clock. They use high school rules the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, but probably the best team that I've seen down there. They were just really good in all phases of the game. It took everything we had to beat them, but you know how it is in championship games, one-shot deal. These kids played really good, and these kids have been playing really well lately, peaked at the right time. Just a great effort all around. While I'm here, I'd like to thank all my assistant coaches, parents, community sponsors, partners. We don't do this sort of thing alone.
Yeah, everyone's expensive, especially when you got a big group of kids like this.
That's right. We've got some great sponsors, and Justin might can expand more on those guys, recognize them. But just a great effort by these kids. I can't say enough about them. They put in the work and they get results. Just a good group of guys here. The future looks bright in Madison County.
Fans of the local high school football programs are going to become very familiar with some of these names over the next decade as these kids come through the ranks and prepare to don maybe a Madison Central, Southern, or Berea uniform someday.
You're going to hear a lot of these names coming up. So Peyton Nance is our quarterback. He's been our quarterback for 5 years now, runs and commands the offense extremely well. Mason Moore's a running back, runs hard, real gritty, slow like his dad, but does a good job. Josiah Penman is a lightning rod out there, extremely exciting football player. JT Burchell's kind of your total package X-back. He'll run you over. He can also blow by you. And then the unsung heroes and really the heart and soul of the team is the linemen. I mean, these dudes are in the trenches fighting. They never get the recognition on the camera, but you got Colton Ellington just controls the middle. He's our center. You got Holden Tipton, which is a guard. You got Asher Kleins as a guard. James Corder, which is a beast of a youth football player. I mean, he weighs in about 180 pounds as a fifth grader. Yeah, and athletic. I mean, he's probably, sixth or seventh fastest on the team, weighing in at that. Benton Kane will be. He's our inside linebacker and built like a D1 linebacker. I mean, he's weighing in about 130 pounds, already running a 5.3 40s.
The team is affiliated with the MCYFL, one of the local youth football leagues here in the county, and that was another topic that we discussed on the show Monday night about the importance of these feeder programs that really help build the programs we have at the high school level.
Sixth grade's kind of one of those transition years where you can either play on a B team, but we play in Conference 127, and it's a conference just for sixth graders. So, we hope to keep that going. Maybe do some sort of modified program with the middle schools, keep it going one more year, and then turn these kids over in seventh grade and go from there. But some of that we'll work on in the off season with the high school coaches, middle school coaches, and see if we can come up with something that works for everybody. And we're just here to give these kids the most opportunity that we can to develop, and the ultimate goal is high school ball, right?
Yeah.
So,
right.
The more we can prep now and get these kids the most skill development they can get, it's just better off, for the middle school and high school coaches, So that's what we're here for. But again, really proud of these kids. Great opportunity, and they capitalize.
For more information on the Madison County Packers or the MCYFL as a whole, like their Facebook page so you can keep up to date with their next league, which begins in February. For the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 news team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from emergency management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings, and log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with a new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Welcome back to Live at 5. It is now time for Wanted Wednesday. The KSP this week is looking for Brian Burnett. Brian Burnett, 40, is wanted for wanton endangerment and fleeing or evading police. He is listed as 5 foot 7 inches tall with hazel eyes and brown hair. You can see a picture of Mr. Burnett up there on your screen. He was last reported in Hitchens, which is in Carter County. Previously drove a red Wheeler with a snowplow and a utility box on the back. He has multiple tattoos, including a skull and a Grim Reaper on his left arm. If you have any information on his current location, you are asked to please contact your local KSP Post. Have a wonderful afternoon. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'll see you Friday, Live at 5.